Now, the subphylum vertebrate. The last class of subphylum vertebrata is Mammalia. This important class is Mammalia. The Latin word mamma means breast. In general, the mammalian differentiate from other animals by two fundamental characters. The first character is presence of epidermal hairs. Presence of epidermal hairs and presence of mammary glands. In general, the mammals are differentiated from other animals by the two fundamental characters. One is presence of epidermal hairs. The hairs are present on the epidermis of the skin. It is one form of the exoskeleton in other vertebrates. Mammary glands are otherwise called milk producing glands. It is one of the peculiar characters of the mammals. In addition to, there are two types of the glands. One is called as sudoriparous gland. Sudoriparous gland, otherwise called as sweat gland, is sweat glands. The second gland is sebaceous gland. Sebaceous glands. You know, sudoriparous or sweat gland, mostly the hair follicles. These are located around the hair follicles in the dermis layer of the skin and comes out, they produce sweat and comes out through the hair follicles or hair pores. These are the sweat gland. A modified form of the sweat gland is the mammary glands. Mammary glands. Other important glands is sebaceous glands. Sebaceous glands, otherwise called oily glands. They produce the oily substance is called as sebum. So these also open directly into the surface of the skin, or it may be hair follicles. So these are two important characteristics features of the mammalia. And all the mammals are warm-blooded animals. Warm-blooded animals. Already we know warm-blooded, otherwise called endothermic animals, or homeothermic animals. These animals which maintain a constant body temperature according to the surrounding temperature. So this is one of the another important characters. That means endothermic. Endothermic means our body is able to eliminate excess heat. Excess heat. This is called endothermic. Suppose the heat is our body temperature reduced, it retained. So it acts as an insulator, or it is maintaining a constant body temperature. Hence it is called as warm-blooded animals. Habitat of mammals. You know, the mammals which are found all kind of the habitats. It is found in land, water, or terrestrial, or it may be marine water. It is wide variety of animals. So next important things, the body is covered by skin. Skin made up of two layers. Upper is epidermis and lower layer is dermis. Dermis. The epidermis is made up of cornified layer. That means stratum corneum. It is made up of different layers, the squamous epithelial cells, and different type of the layers are present. Hence it is called stratified epithelium. Stratified epithelial layers. Stratified means it is made up of many layers. Below the epidermis is called dermis. Dermis is important part which contain blood vessels, nerves, lymphatic cells, and other form of the cells are present is the dermis layer. So the epidermis and the dermis, which produce a melanin pigment by the special kind of cells, is melanocyte. The melanocyte is present the basal layer of the epidermis, but melanocyte or melanin formed cells are stored in the dermis layer of the skin. These are the body wall or body surface. The exoskeleton and endoskeleton, that means endoskeleton. Exoskeleton is a hair, endoskeleton is made up of bones. Well developed bone. That means the brain is protected by the cranial box or skull. The heart and the lungs are protected by the thoracic cavity. The spinal cord is well protected by the vertebral column. It is a well developed endoskeleton is present. Yeah, one of the special characteristics, our skull is dicondylic. Dicondylic. Dicondylic means what? There are two occipital condyle connected with the vertebra bones. We have two vertebra. The first vertebra is atlas, second vertebra is axis. It is always connected with the two condyle bulges on the back side of the head is connected with the vertebra. Hence it is called dicondylic. Dicondylic type of the vertebra. So that the endoskeleton are well developed in our body. That is a mammalian bodies. Next, locomotion occur with the help of the locomotion occur with the help of limbs, or it may be legs. So during the locomotion, there are three types of the locomotion. One is the digitigrade, another one is called unguligrade, third one is called plantigrade. For example, here, what is called a digitigrade? Digitigrade moving. This kind of animals move with the help of digits. With the help of digits or toes. Digits and toes. These are developed in cat and dog. So they move quickly and very quietly. It cannot produce sound because they move or the walk or stand with the help of digits alone. This is called a digitigrade. The example of this dog, or it may be cat. Suppose we cannot identify, they cannot produce sound when they are walking or it may be standing. This kind of this locomotion is digitigrade. Next one is called as unguligrade. Unguligrade. This kind of the walking or movement occurs the tip of the digits. So this helps them to move. The help of tip of the digits. These occur commonly which are cows and buffalo. What is plantigrade? Is locomotion. These are commonly seen in man and deer. So this standing or walking or other movement occurs through the whole sole foot, because our heel is firmly touch on the ground. It can produce sound. So this kind of movement is called plantigrade. So this movement are three types: digitigrade, unguligrade, another one is plantigrade. The next system, that is the digestive system of mammals. Digestive system or alimentary canal is complete because it has two opening, mouth and the anus. But in some other animals, for example, egg-laying animals, instead of anus they have cloaca. That is the digestive system. The tooth, the tongue have many taste buds are present. There are different type of taste buds. They recognize there are four kinds of the fundamental taste. We already know. The teeth of the mammals are dibiodent. Another one is thecodent. Next, heterodent teeth. So this is important. What is dibiodent? Mammals have two set of the teeth. One is milk teeth, another one is permanent teeth. Milk teeth otherwise called lacteal teeth. There is a number is 20 in number. Milk teeth. So these are is falls down again it is a regrow. Hence it is called a dipyodont. Two set of the teeth. Second one is thecodont. So already we know that is I explained in previous classes. That is the thecodont means the tooth are fixed in a socket. Next is heterodont. Hetero means different. We have different type of the teeth based on its function. There are 4 types of the teeth. One is called a incisors. Next one is canines. Next premolars and molars. Premolars and molars. Incisors are the sharp pointed, that is a cutting tooth. Canines are the tearing teeth. Premolars and molars are called grinding tooth. The dentition it may be differ. The human dentition formula is 2123 by 2123 into 2. That is half of the upper jaw and the lower jaw. 2 incisors, 1 canines, 2 premolars, another one is 2 premolars, next one is called molars. These are the common dentition formula in human. It may be varies in rabbit, in other mammals. But all the mammals are the heterodont type of the teeth. So that the other structure is similar, that is the digestive system, digestive glands are present and the digestion takes place outside of the cell, that is extracellular, and a different type of the digestive enzyme or participate for the digestion process. So this system. Respiratory system. Respiration occurs through the lungs. That is a pulmonary respiration. The lungs are the parent structure. The lungs are the covered by the membrane is called the pleura. Pleura having a cavity is filled with the pleural fluid. The gases exchange occur in the lungs due to the presence of air sacs or alveoli. That is efficient means of the respiration takes place in the mammals due to the presence of diaphragm. You know that is diaphragm, it is one of the important characteristics of crocodiles and mammals. Diaphragm, it is one of the partition between the thorax and abdomen. This is a characteristic feature. So that this diaphragm which helps them to respiration. That is the inspiration, another one is called the expiration part. So this is a simple respiration takes place with the help of lungs. The next system is circulatory system. The circulatory system, human heart or mammalian heart has 4 chambers. 4 chambered heart, 2 auricles or atria, 2 ventricles. This kind of circulation is called complete double circulation. We remember that the fishes are the single circulation. The amphibians are the incomplete double circulation. The reptiles are the incomplete double circulation, or sometimes it is called complete double circulation. Mammals also it is complete double circulation. The heart receives separately oxygenated blood and deoxygenated blood. It goes separately to all parts of the body. So hence it is called as complete double circulation. That is, these are the auricles and the ventricles are well protected by septum. That is interauricular septum, interventricular septum. So this kind of the heart is called it is a double circulation heart. Why it is called a double circulation heart? The blood passes through the heart twice. Hence it is called a double circulation. These are mainly 2 types of circulation. That is, one is systemic circulation, another one is called the pulmonary circulation. Another important system is hepatic portal system is well developed. Commonly, the portal system are 3 types: hypothalamo-hypophyseal portal system, hepatic portal system, renal portal system. Okay, in all type of the vertebrate have hepatic portal system, but renal portal system not seen in the mammals. The remaining animals have renal portal system. We have two kind of the portal system, hypothalamo-hypophyseal portal system and hepatic portal system. What is the main thing of the hepatic portal system? It begins as capillaries, ends with the capillaries. Maximum these are, our hepatic portal system begins in the intestinal part, and transport the substance to the liver through the hepatic portal veins. And again it is distributed. And one more system is hypophyseal portal system. It connects the hypothalamus with the anterior pituitary. So it is the main thing for, it is a capillaries from the hypothalamus to the anterior pituitary is called the hypophyseal portal system. But mammals have not renal portal system. Renal portal system means the capillaries begins from the kidney to other parts of the body. It is a hepatic portal system through the hepatic portal vein. So this part. Another one is nervous system. What is called nervous system are very well developed. The nervous system are divided into three parts. One is CNS, PNS, another one is called ANS. Central nervous system, peripheral nervous system, autonomous nervous system. The organs of central nervous system are the brain and the spinal cord. Cranial nerves and the spinal nerves are the cerebral nervous system. That is sympathetic and parasympathetic are the autonomous nervous system. The number of the cranial nerves are 12 pairs and the number of spinal nerves are 31. These are called cranial nerves. This one is called as spinal nerves. Spinal nerves or arises. So mostly this kind of the nervous system which control voluntary activity of the muscle and involuntary action of the muscle. Mostly the autonomous nervous system control, that is the involuntary action of the different type of the muscle. This is the nervous system. The brain is well protected in the skull and the spinal cord is protected by the vertebral column. Tell what is it? Vertebral column. Sense organs are very well developed. The eye have photoreceptors, ear have phonoreceptor or statoacoustic receptors. Ear help us to two important functions. One is hearing, another one is called balancing. The internal ear consists of cochlea and the semicircular canals, which help them to balance of our body. The middle ear consists of the ear ossicles. There are three types of the ear ossicles. That is, the ear consists of ear ossicles, malleus, incus, and another one is called the stapes. That is the three ear ossicles. Ear ossicle present in the middle ear. The middle ear and the external ear separated by a tympanic membrane or eardrum is present. So, organ of Corti is located in the internal ear. This actual hearing organ is present. So, that is the ear. And the sense organ, other 5 sense organs are well developed. That is the gustoreceptor present in the tongue. It is sensitive to in different type of taste. The olfactory receptor present in the nose, recognition of the smell. Tango receptor present in the skin, it is a recognition of the touch. So these all sense organs are very well developed. That is the nervous system, which endocrine glands which produces chemical substance are called as hormones, which coordinate and regulate to our body activities. The next system is excretory system. Our excretory system is metanephric type. Excretory organs are the kidneys. The main excretory product is the urea. Hence, we are called as ureatelic animals. There are 3 major nitrogenous wastes commonly found, but the mammals are aquatic mammals. Again, aquatic mammals eliminate ammonia. The terrestrial mammals eliminate the major waste is urea. Hence, it is called the ureatelic animals. The next system, circulatory system, excretory system. Next, reproductive system. Reproductive system are also very well developed. Male and female are separate. The sexual reproduction takes place in mammals by the 2 individuals. One is a male, another one is called the females. The development is always, that is, VV pairs. Some are the oviparous, that may be egg-laying mammals. Viviparous means an animals directly birth to young ones. But in the case of egg-laying mammals, they produce egg. They are called as oviparous. Oviparous. Oviparous seen only in the monotremata. Monotremata is order. It is a platypus, a duck-billed platypus. This animal is reproductive system. Okay, in the embryo is covered by 4 important embryonic membranes. One is amnion, chorion, allantois, and axon. Amnion, next chorion, next allantois, next axon. These are the 4 embryonic membranes present. It is a reproductive system. Mammalia are classified into 2 subclasses. One is Prototheria. Another one is Theria. 2 subclasses. The Theria again 2 infraclasses. This classes is infraclasses. These are Metatheria, and another one is Eutheria. The Prototheria are commonly called as egg-laying mammals, no placenta in its body. Metatheria are called pouched mammals. They are commonly known as marsupials. And another one is called Eutheria. Eutheria is placental mammals. They have placenta, a specialized structure connect between the mother's body and the young ones. This is the placenta, Eutheria. So what is the characters of Prototheria? In Prototheria is only one order is present. One order, that order is Monotremata. Monotremata is one order. What are the characters of Monotremata? They are all are the oviparous. Oviparous means egg-laying. Oviparous. And then no pinna in the ear. You know pinna? Pinna are the earlobe. External earlobe is called pinna. No pinna or pinna is absent. No nipples are found. No nipples are found. And next, the digestive and urinogenital duct opens into cloaca. And the next characters, the testes are located in the abdomen. Absence of scrotum. And the next important point, the corpus callosum feebly developed. Feebly means what? It's not well developed. Feebly developed. And the next, it has no placenta. So these are the important characteristic features. The order Monotremata are the oviparous. Oviparous means egg-laying mammals. No external ear, that means pinna. No nipples are present. No nipples means it is a milk is ejecting structure. Digestive and urinogenital duct opens into cloaca. Cloaca is open outer through the cloacal aperture. Testes are located in the abdomen. Absence of the scrotum. What is called scrotum? The testis is covered by a sac is called as scrotum. Corpus callosum, it is one of the structure in the brain. In all mammals, the corpus callosum are well developed. Corpus callosum is one of the characteristic features of the mammals. The 2 hemispheres connected at the base of the brain is called the corpus callosum. But it is a feebly developed. Feebly means not well developed. It has no placenta. Because it is what? Oviparous. Directly it lays. So what is the characters of this? What is the example of this monotremata? That is ornithorhynchus. Ornithorhynchus. What is ornithorhynchus? That is duck-billed platypus. Platypus. Another one is called echidna or echidna. Echidna means spiny anteater. Spiny anteater. So these are the example of the monotremata. So the same character is in Metatheria. Metatheria commonly called as marsupials. Metatheria are the marsupials. But these are the viviparous. Viviparous, pinna is present. That is externally earlobes. Nipples are located in the abdomen. But in the case of monotremata, that means Prototheria, no nipples. Nipple is present in the abdomen. Why it is a nipple is present? A specialized marsupial or pouch is located in the abdomen. So the immature young ones always kept inside the pouch before it is adult stage. So they have nipples are in the abdomen. Next, the digestive. Next, the urinogenital is opens into cloaca. That means cloaca. These are surrounded by a common sphincter muscles are present. These are the another structure. Here the testes are located. The scrotum, the penis is, the scrotum is located in front of the penis. The scrotum is present in front of the penis. It is one of the character. The corpus callosum also. Corpus callosum are not well developed or feebly developed. So these are the another characters. So they have also no placenta. That is placenta. Okay, next the eutherian mammals. The eutherian mammals are otherwise called placental mammals because they have placenta. Here, this also it is a viviparous. Directly birth to young ones. Pinna is present. Next, nipple is in thoracic. Nipple is located in thoracic region or chest region, thoracic regions. The digestive system and urinogenital system are opens. A common structure is anus. Anus is present. So the testis is located outside of the body. These are covered by the scrotum. The penis is located behind behind the scrotum. And then corpus callosum are well developed. They have placenta. So these are the characteristic features of the three animals. In eutherian mammals, testes are present. A pair of testes is present. It is covered by the scrotal sac. The scrotum is located behind the penis. But in this case, the scrotum is present in front of the penis. The corpus callosum are very well developed. They have placenta. It is a connecting part between the mother's body and the young ones. But here, the placenta is less developed. Metatheria. Examples of the Metatheria. Macropus. Macropus are commonly called as Ganga. Is one of the example. Is called as pouched mammals. Eutherian are different type of the mammals. The example of the Metatherians, that means marsupials, Macropus kangaroo, Dictylpis opossum is one of the animals which are having pouched mammals. Phascolactus is a koala. It is one kind of the mammals which are having the marsupials. Next, Eutherian mammals. Example of the Eutherian mammal. All our remaining animals are Eutherian mammals. For example, Canis. Canis means what is it? Dog. Felis is the cat. Elephant. And Panthera, lion. Panthera leo is the lion. And a tiger. And the monkey. So these are remaining mammals are the examples of the Eutherian mammals. The Eutherian mammals are the dog, cat, lion, tiger, monkey, elephant and other animals. The Canis means dog, Felis means cat, Panthera leo is the lion, Panthera tiger is the tiger, Macaco is the monkey. So these are called as placental mammals, that means Eutherian. A specialized order of man is Primata. Primata, ape, man are the primate order. So there are 13 orders are present. So these are classes, subclasses and infraclasses. So in Eutheria alone is consist of 13 orders. The man order is primate. That is human beings. So that is we are Eutherian, but order is primate.